Hello, good crowd. One of my favorite people is with us today, Leesa McGregor. She's the founder and creator of A New Alphabet for Humanity and my co-instructor on one of the most popular courses I've ever been a part of online. Uh, I am honored to have back on the show, Leesa. You don't want to miss this episode. She's just fantastic. So stick around. Leesa, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Devin. So wonderful to reconnect.
It is great to have you back. Thank you so much. You're working on kind of a fun new project. You're working on a new book, and I think from the book you're building a new social enterprise, a new alphabet for humanity. It's really a children's book that teaches such valuable, important concepts. Tell us about it.
Oh, thank you. What an amazing opportunity. It's been such an exciting year for me. I have a 3-year-old son, and I got this idea when I was at the beach one day. You know, I've been in the realm of business for a really long time and passionate about business as a force for good and social and environmental change. And I as a passionate educator, I realized, wow, I've got this opportunity right now. Max is 3, and he's just one of these kids that just loves to learn. And we were sitting at the beach one day and I was thinking about the alphabet and I was like, wow, Max has spent time learning. A is for apple, B is for book, C is for cat. And I really got this idea. It just came from the ether. I thought, what is it that I should be teaching him that's really important? And I just got this idea to start teaching him words like compassion and empathy and bravery and diversity. And it kind of came together. I thought, wow, I wonder if I could actually create an alphabet of these words. And so I had this little notepad. We're at the beach, and I'm being the creative person that I am. I always carry a notepad, and I started writing down this list of words. And so I started sharing them with Max, and he was all excited, and he was excited that he could memorize some of the words. And I came back and I shared them with my husband, and he said, Leesa, this is really profound, to actually have a new language that we can teach our young kids. And it started to make me realize, wow, this is really, really interesting. Just this whole concept of teaching children words that so many of us as adults are still trying to learn how to embody, things like compassion and empathy and diversity. And so I decided, I created a list and I shared it with a few friends, and they all lit up and they were like, Leesa, you need to do something with this. You need to write a book. And I just really sat with that. I was meditating and I thought, this is amazing. It's such an opportunity for someone who's so passionate about helping others to make a difference. This is a great place for me to really start at this phase of life that I'm in with a young child. And so Max has been my inspiration, and it's kind of taken a life of its own. We've had tremendously positive feedback so far, and I couldn't be more grateful and just that feeling of fulfillment to be doing something for the younger generation. And I think this really speaks to a lot of what you and I are passionate about, Devin, and, social and environmental change and really educating young people from the heart. That's really what this is all about.
Well, it is so true to your character. This isn't, a gimmick. This isn't just something you did on a whim. Your heart has been in making the world a better place for a long time. That's how we connected, you and I. You came to a conference that I hosted years ago, golly. You have just been about this work, trying to make the world a better place for a long time. And so this is a great manifestation of that. Now, you're raising money, promoting this book on, is it Kickstarter that you're on right now?
Chose Kickstarter for the campaign, and we just decided it was a good opportunity to really put it out there and really get some initial feedback and really create a buzz around the book. And it's been amazing so far. We actually achieved our initial campaign goal right out of the gate, which was really had me in tears. I was so grateful and blessed to have so many people really come out to support the campaign, and I feel like we're just getting started.
Oh, that's wonderful. So how much have you raised so far as we're speaking?
We've got the campaign in Canadian dollars. I'm based here in Vancouver, so I think we're at 6,400 as of now. So
great, really congratulations, amazing. Congratulations. That's really great, and I'm excited to hear that. So where would you like it to go? What are you hoping to achieve with your Kickstarter campaign? And remind us the date that it ends.
Okay, well, I could talk about this for hours. Being a creative visionary, I just get these big ideas, and what I'm most excited about, Devin, is this idea of really creating a love-based education curriculum for young children. And so really where I'd like to see this go, once we've got the book completed, we're currently working on the illustrations and finalizing the first copy of the book. I'd love to dedicate the additional proceeds to really hiring a team of educators to help me put together a curriculum that would allow me to really help children around the world learn how to embody these words, acts of kindness, acts of compassion, acts of love, even self-love. I've really been sort of diving into that inquiry, what is it that we're sort of missing in our traditional education system? And I really believe that if we really want a brighter future for humanity, we should be educating the heart just as much as educating the mind. And so I feel like this is such a beautiful opportunity. These young children, before the age of 7, the formative years are so exciting. And I've been practicing with my son, and it's been amazing, just random acts of kindness, and what can we do to really show compassion to someone today? What can we do to brighten someone's day? Whether it's baking cookies and giving them to the local nursing home. I'm inspired by this idea that we can install a belief system of love and compassion for ourselves, but not only that, like the earth, respecting the earth, and teaching our young children from a very young age what it means to respect the earth, and to really be part of a global village and make their contributions from an early age. So that's really what lights me up. So if we can create a curriculum out of this and really turn it into a global literacy project where we're working with the United Nations, that would be my dream. That would be an absolute dream come true. And in fact, we're incorporating some of the UN SDG goals into the book, which I'm so excited about, because that was a creative idea I had as I started to go through the process of creating the illustrations. I thought, wow, what a perfect opportunity to align the UN SDG goals. And so fingers crossed, the UN may end up being a partner. That would be incredible. That's really my intention.
No, that's great. So what are some of the SDGs that you were able to align with concepts in the book?
Well, a lot of it is very, very much close to my heart, the environmental pieces. So we've got, for nurturing, N is for nurturing. We're talking about planting trees. We've got, so life on land, life below water, quality education, clean energy. We've got solar panels in the book. We'll probably have wind turbines in there. Any little piece that I can add to the book that really encompasses the vision for the goals, diversity, really embracing diversity, and of course peace as well. I have some incredible illustrations. My illustrator is just amazing. Her ability to show that that unity piece is really incredible. So yeah, I feel like right now we've got at least 6 to 7 of the SDG goals in the book, and before we do our final revision of the illustrations, I'm hoping to have as many as I can.
Oh, that's great. So, Leesa, as you look back on your young career, but very accomplished, what are you most proud of having done?
Wow, that's really interesting. I have to say motherhood has been one of the most fulfilling and rewarding journeys. And actually this idea that I have this special assignment. This little guy's come in, and our children are inheriting the future we're creating right now. And so he's really sort of catapulted me to want to even do more for the world and really lean more into my impact work. So I'd have to say, the things I'm most proud of, I definitely, Devin, the work that we've done to create our social entrepreneurship course, and really some of the impact pieces that I've been working on in the last 5 to 7 years. Those are the things I'm most proud of. Anything that really aligns with sort of elevating humanity, creating businesses that elevate humanity. I could go into the specifics of some of the ventures I've been involved in, but that's kind of the all-encompassing. That's really what I'm most proud of.
Amazing. You are also very thoughtful, deeply thoughtful. And so as you look back on what you've learned through your career, especially your focus on doing good in the world, what is the most important lesson you've learned?
Such a great question. So I'll share a little bit about a backstory. When I was in my 20s, I was a really ambitious go-getter, and I had an opportunity to get out there and travel. I found myself living in Australia, and I got involved with a technology startup. And we were able to grow the company really quickly. And by the time I was 25, I really built a multi-million-dollar company. I was traveling around the world. It was amazing. And my career had really taken off at that point. But by the time I reached 30, I found myself in a bit of a spiritual crisis. And I realized that so much of what we're taught around achievement and success and making money and all those things is really such an illusion, because it doesn't, for most of us anyway, a lot of people that I've spoken to say, like, there's not really any fulfillment in that. And there's a quote, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And I remember at that point realizing, wow, I need to make a change. And I would run off to this yoga studio in the evenings, literally crying, going, what do I do? I've created this so-called successful career, but I'm unhappy. I'm not fulfilled. And so that really was my big wake-up call. And it made me realize, spending time in this yoga community, that life is about service and contribution. And so for more than a decade now, actually more than 15 years, I've been really living in this question, how can I make a meaningful contribution to the health and well-being of people and the planet? And it's really informed every decision I've made, every business opportunity I've had, my whole work. I've been very grateful to align with that whole purpose of really just trying to do good in the world and making a contribution. And so the lesson really is that I feel that our greatest source of fulfillment comes from making a difference, from actually making a contribution to humanity. And I feel like that's the secret. And so for a lot of people that are sort of trying to work out what it is that's going to make them feel happy and fulfilled and passionate, I say, point your thoughts to the idea of how you can make a contribution, how you can actually be of service. And you'll find that that's just the most rewarding path you can take. That's definitely been my experience.
Excellent. Leesa, what's your superpower?
I think my superpower is inspiring change. I realize, through speaking, and I've been doing a lot of speaking even recently, it's just my passion. I really love to share with people how they can be part of the solution. I always talk about how right now the world's biggest problems are actually the world's biggest opportunities. They're future solutions, right? And so if we can align ourselves with being part of the solution, we've got an opportunity to create change in all these areas. And sometimes we have to reach crisis point, whether it's, all of these things we're very aware of, climate and democracy and all of these things. That's an opportunity. The breakdown leads to the breakthrough. And I truly feel that we're on this edge of incredible evolution. If we can really step into the narrative of where we're going in the future, that's what I get most excited about. So I'd say my passion and my purpose and my superpower is really inspiring this positive change and helping people to understand how they can be part of this movement.
Well, I see that. It's amazing to have you back, Leesa. Thank you so much for taking the time today. As we wrap up here, take a minute, remind people how they can find your Kickstarter, how they can learn more about a new alphabet for humanity, and how they can connect with you personally.
Thank you so much, Devin. I appreciate this. Well, my website is leesamcgregor.com, so you're welcome to check out some of my work there. I've put together a beautiful manifesto for the future there. A lot of people have commented that they love that, so I recommend checking that out. Our Kickstarter campaign is going until the 19th of August. So for any of you who have friends and family that have young children, I'd be most grateful if you would share the campaign with them. And you can pre-order a copy of the book. And we'll be going for the next 10 days on that. And it's just on Kickstarter. I can share a link with you. But personally, if any of this message resonates with you and you're really in the realm of doing good for the world, I would just love to connect with you.
Fantastic. Leesa, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. We wish you every success with your Kickstarter campaign and with all that follows in building and helping to create a world where we appreciate a new alphabet for humanity.
Thank you so much, Devin. I appreciate that so much.
All righty. Let's do some good.